Let's sit on the edge of the chair. And just for a minute, take a minute to observe your feet. Do you feel the outside of your feet more than you feel the inside of your feet? Do you feel your toes? Do you feel the heels? How much are you aware of the feet? And we're going to put the hands in the fold between the leg and the hip. And we're going to lean forward a little bit and pay attention how the weight goes over your feet, how it moves over the feet. Okay, so we're paying attention to our feet and we put the hands here and we shift the weight and you're trying to listen internally if there is a change in the way that the feet feel when you get your body over them more or when you take the body weight away. So we're sitting on the edge of the chair and we're leaning forward. Can you feel the metatarsal just before the toes get more weight? That's what happens when we want to get up. So just a little bit, just take enough weight forward to feel how you change the weight. And now put one leg in the back and one leg in the front, so you're in a step. See, a step. One leg is forward, one leg is back. And we're doing the same thing, we're leaning. And maybe now you can feel it more on the leg that's forward. Can you feel it more? It's subtle. And we need that spreading of the foot into the floor so we can eventually put weight on it and get up. Let's change the legs. Lean forward and back. Lean forward and back. Lean forward and back. And rest. Bring both feet right underneath your knees. And put your hands over your knees. And rotate the elbows out. And now lean with the hands pushing into the legs. And come back. And rotate the elbows out. And back. And lean forward. And now we're going to add the eyes. We're going to rotate the elbows and now we're going to look forward. And back. As you go forward, the eyes go parallel to the floor. So we look at the height of the eyes, directly forward. Keep on rotating the elbows out a little bit. And rest a minute. And the next time we're going to take the eyes down. As we go forward, we're going to take the eyes down to the floor. Not the whole head and neck, just the eyes. So we're leaning forward a little bit and we take the eyes down. We lean forward and we take the eyes down. Let's do it one more time. Lean forward and take the eyes down. And that doesn't feel good to me. It feels awkward. The next time we're going to take the eyes up. So we're going to rotate the elbows, we lean forward and we look up to the ceiling. And we lean forward and we look up. And the eye movement changes what we do in the neck and how we organize the whole spine. and come back to center and let go the arm. And we're going to go again forward and back. And check to see if anything changed a little bit. Is it a little bit clearer now? Is it a little bit easier to lean forward? And put the right foot in front. And put the right hand on the knee and the left hand on the left leg. And lean forward and look forward and up and see if you can glide a little bit on the chair and come back. And lean forward and glide half an inch on the chair, but stay on the chair and come back. So I'm moving this much, maybe an inch. Lean forward and slide. I'm not getting up, I'm just sliding on the chair. And forward and slide. And come back. Let's do it one more time with this leg. And forward and up. And now we're going to change the legs. So the left leg will be in front, the right will be back. The hands are on the legs. And we're looking forward, the elbows go a little bit out. And we're sliding on the chair, an inch, come back. And we're sliding forward on the chair. What happens to the neck and the lower back as we look forward and slide? Both get a little bit of an arch. And forward and back. And forward. Good. Excellent. Good. Relax the legs. Let's put the hands behind the head on the base of the skull and move the eyes up. Actually, let's put the fingers on the base so you can feel it more. We're going to take the eyes up and feel that upper neck getting an arch and bring the eyes back towards me. And lift your eyes up. Can you feel the neck moving a little bit? Getting like a little arch? The eyes goes up and the neck is arching. Good. Now let's take the arms down. And the next time we're going to take one hand on the lower back and one hand on the neck. And see if you can feel both of them arching a little bit. So as you look up, your lower back is arching and your neck is arching. Just a little bit, just enough to shift so we can actually get up or out of the chair. So it's forward and up and back to center. And forward and up, and back to center. And forward and up. Look with the eyes up a little bit, above the horizon, and come back to center. So it's the eye movement that goes forward and up a little bit, and relax. Good. So we're all organizing the system that will enable us to get up. It doesn't mean that we necessarily have to get up, but that's what helps us to get up. So now we're going to put the hands in the connection between the leg and the hip and lean forward with the hip and feel the lower back arching a little bit, just a little bit, and come back to center. And up.
Sorry.
And forward to feel how there is an arch in the lower back. And up. And forward. And as you do that, maybe even close your eyes and feel what happens to the eyes when you lift the hip and you move it forward a little bit. Can you feel the arch in the lower back? Do you feel an arch in your neck? And it takes paying attention. It's not obvious. It's not something that we are aware of. We rely on all kinds of things to help us get up and sit down, and we don't use the whole body connection to get it going. So we need to slow down sometimes and pay attention to how we shift forward and how those two arches are happening. Go ahead and put your hands somewhere around your knees and see if you can, with those arches now, slide forward and put weight on your feet. And then relax. And change the placement of your feet just a little bit. We're going to explore where do the feet need to be. So we're going to go forward. There's an arch in the lower back. There's an arch in the neck. There's more weight on the feet. What am my eyes are doing, and how much weight can I put on my feet? And I'll come back down. Even if you don't get up, if you just get your body ready for getting up. So we need to get away from wanting to, oh, I can do it. Yeah, okay, great. How do you do it? Okay, so forward and up, sliding from the chair and getting weight on the feet, and come back. And forward and up, sliding from the chair until the feet can take some weight. And now we're going to do one leg in front and one leg in the back. Maybe that will make it a little easier. So one leg is a little bit forward, so it's with kind of in a step. And forward and up. Maybe this is too big of a step. Let's make a little smaller step. And forward and up. Let's try it with the toes going out a little bit. So it's about exploring and see which one works for me the best. Forward and up. That seems to be a little bit easier for me. I don't know for you. We're all very different. Let's change, and the other leg will be in front. And forward and up. And back. And that seemed to be much smoother for me. I had barely any extra tension. But I still have some on this leg, so I'll make this step a little smaller. So keep on exploring. Not exactly what I say, or you can do exactly what I say, but what works for you, body, forward and up. Now we're going to play with the eyes. If your left leg is a little bit forward, look over the kind of a little bit to the left. So you have a rotation. Look a little bit to the right. That seems harder. So crossing, if this is the leg that's forward, taking the eyes to that direction seems to be a little bit easier. Let's change legs again. Now I have my right leg forward, and I'm going to look over my right leg forward and up. And forward and up. Let's try to look towards the left with the right leg forward. And let's put more tension. Can you feel it? And rest. Pa-pam, pa-pam, pam, 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 And since we we have a chair with handles. Let's see what we can do with that. So we're going to sit with the one leg turning towards, I'm going towards my right. And the left leg would be parallel. So I'm sitting diagonally on the chair, right? I'm sitting diagonally on the chair. I'm going to put one hand on the chair, and I'm going to put one leg in front and one leg in the back, and like I'm ready for running. So I'm going to shift forward and up, and I can use the handle of the chair to get up. And I'm ready to start walking. And we'll sit back down, pretty much on the edge of the chair, diagonal. So again, the hand is on the rest, and I'm in a running position, and I shift, I'm turning my hip forward, and I look straight up over the leg that's forward, and I'm ready for a walk. And that's the easiest, isn't it? And now we're going to do the same thing, putting the hand here, but not push hard, just kind of rest it. Let's see if that arch in the lower back and the arch in the neck can bring me up nice and easy. With the hand on the chair, just as a reminder that if I need it, but not really. Okay? And forward and up. How smooth can you get out of the chair and back into the chair? Okay, and rest. Pa-pam, 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 let's do the other side. Just do as much as you want, as much as you feel that's helping you and supporting you. So we are in parallel. The back leg is in a running position, and the hand is placed on the rest of the left chair. And now we're going to tilt the pelvis forward, and we're going to feel the eyes going up to the horizon. So we have both arches in the lower back and in the neck. And I'm ready for a walk. And back to sitting position. And the hand is just there supporting me for getting up and for getting down. So if I put the hand on the back leg, that would help me too. But if I just turn my hip and put it forward enough, and my eyes are going forward enough, maybe I don't need to use this hand. And now we'll take this hand and we bring it forward. This hand, bring it forward. And take it forward enough. When you get up, forward enough. There you go. Nice. Good. Very good. And come back to sitting. And now I'm going to sit all the way to the back of the chair. Feel the back on the chair.
Feels good.
Feels good, yeah. And press the back of the chair into the chair. And now slowly let it go, little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit. And lift the pelvis up as if you want to put it on your thighs. It's like you try to pour your belly out. And then bring it back to the chair and slowly glue every single part of your chair, of your back into the chair. And slowly take it out of the chair, unglue, unglue, unglue until you get to the lower back. Lift to put your belly on your thighs. And then lift your belly and put it back and start gluing the spine. You can even kind of help it with the sensation of your fingers going up, gluing the spine, and ungluing the spine. Ungluing the spine until you can put your belly on your thighs. And lift the belly off your thigh and start gluing the tail to the back of the chair, your lower back to the back of the chair, your ribs, the middle of your back, in between your shoulder blades, the scapulas, all the way up, and start taking it down a little bit faster, and spit it out, bring it back in, and sit in the center. Put your hands on your resting, and we're going to do something that's going to move tiny little bit. Well, we're going to walk with the sitting bones. So we're not going to lift the feet. You're going to bring one knee forward, and then you're going to bring the other knee forward. And you're going to bring one knee forward, and the other knee forward. And one knee forward, and the other knee forward. And one knee forward, and the other knee forward. And one knee forward, and the other knee forward. And bring your feet under. And now we're going to go backwards. Slide back one knee, slide back. Slide back. So it's the hip, right? Can you feel? You're sliding on the chair. Bring your legs backwards and keep on sliding all the way back. So we're working with a very deep muscle in your pelvis. And now we're going to slide forward. Slide forward without lifting the heel. It's the hip that slides. It's the hip that slides. As tiny little as it is, don't lift your hip. It's hard work. And now we're going to slide back without lifting the hips. Very good. You never knew that it can be such hard work on a chair, right? And forward. 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 Forward move. Your left heel wants to come up, huh? And back, and back, and back. So it's the rotation of the spine. Can you feel how your shoulders are moving? And forward, and forward, and forward. What are your eyes doing? Close your eyes and see if they have movement. Can you do something with your eyes to make this gliding motion a little bit easier? Forward and back. Forward and back. Can you do it without lifting the sitting bones of the chair? Keep your eyes shut if it's convenient. And notice the movement of the eyes. And if you want to play with it, you can make the eye movement be a little bit different and see if it helps or not. And when you get to the edge of the chair, rest there, stop, and put your hands on your knees and move the shoulders forward and back. Without the knees. The knee stays forward, and it's the arm that goes forward and back, not side to side, forward and back. So the distance between the arms stays the same. So what happens is that the spine is doing this. The spine is rotating . So one shoulder is forward, one shoulder is back. One shoulder is forward, one shoulder is back. When my left shoulder is forward, my head is over my left shoulder. Like Spanish dancer. Aha. And now we'll change. And now we'll change. So my chin is over my shoulder. And change. And now when I take my left shoulder forward, lift the left shoulder and touch your chin. And lower it down. And change and lift the shoulder towards the chin. And change and lift. And lower and change and lift. And change and instead of lifting, now lowering even further. And change and lower even further. So you're bringing the shoulder down and forward and down and forward and down, and now just regular forward and back, and see if your back is rotating. And now bring the hands like knives with the thumbs up and keep on rotating. And now turn the palms up and keep on rotating the spine, forward and back, forward and back. And rest in the center. And round your spine and look down towards your belly button. Rounding the lumbar, rounding the neck. And now come back to the L shape with a straight spine. And lean forward, creating an arch and an arch. And back to center. And round. And straight. And up. And center. And round. And back. And up. And center. And bring one hand on your chest and the other one on your chest. And just kind of soften the chest. And take a deep breath in. And exhale the breath. And another deep breath in. And exhale. And just for the end, see if you can get out of the chair in a very easy way without effort. And I thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank
you.
you.
That's nice. That's harder than you think.
Yes.